Committee on Administration, National Administration and Internal Security on the approval of Mr. Edwin Kiprono Chaluget. And as members will see from the report, Mr. Edwin Kiprono is a gentleman who, from his qualifications and even from what transpired in the committee during his vetting, seems like a person who has the capacity and ability to serve as a commissioner in this commission. Honorable Speaker, this is a very important commission, especially to our servicemen, our uniformed officers serving in our National Police Service. And many a times, Honorable Speaker, our officers are vilified, and nobody remembers to acknowledge the difficult terrain they work under when they are fighting bandits in the North Rift and other areas, the difficult circumstances they have to work under when they have to dig up graves of people who died months ago in Shakahola and other areas, when they have to retrieve bodies of accident victims, at times, many a times, even without the requisite protective gear. And this commission, Honorable Speaker, has a duty and a responsibility to these officers to ensure that these officers serve under humane conditions. They are well housed in housing that is humane and habitable for human beings. And also they are well remunerated, Honorable Speaker, and I must appreciate that, in fact, as we did promise under the Kenya Kwanza regime, when we were campaigning and we were speaking to our armed officers, our uniformed officers, Honorable Speaker, we were promising them that the government would work to review their terms of service, and I must appreciate that under the chairmanship of Justice Maraga, this is a work in progress, and I do hope they will be able to conclude this process, and our officers will be well served as they servers, well served by the people of Kenya and taxpayers that they work hard to serve. Honorable Speaker, even us here as members of Parliament, all of us are under the protective arm of our officers, and we have a duty also to respect them and honor them for the services that they give to us and to the people of Kenya. And that, Honorable Speaker, goes for everybody, members of the public, us as leaders. We must all honor and respect our officers even as they carry out their mandate. Whether the officer is guarding that bank that is holding your millions and a lot of your valuables, whether it is an officer guarding your home, Honorable Speaker. And that's why, Honorable Speaker, yesterday I was really perturbed. And I have to apologize on behalf of the people of Kiambu, because we sired one of our sons who was fortunate and privileged to serve this country as a president for 10 good years, and also served as a commander-in-chief of all the armed forces, including our policemen. And therefore, I was really perturbed yesterday, Honorable Speaker, when I saw the former president reduce himself to the point of commandeering goons to chase away policemen who are carrying out their mandate as uniformed officers. And I would really, even as I apologize on behalf of the people of Kiambu and many other leaders.
Honorable Kajwang, what's your point of order?
Mr. Speaker, you know, the member from Kikuyu is a veteran member here. He knows that when he brings individuals in disrepute, he must have a substantive motion. And I've heard him over and over, every time, berating this individual in this country. There is only one person we know within the description that honorable member from Kikuyu is alluding to. So it cannot be that just because he has not mentioned a name, he has given us sufficient facts to know the person he's referring to. We know that he knows very well. Is it in order that the member from Kikuyu can, without bringing a substantive motion to discuss?
Order. Can you wait for communication from the chair? Under what standing order would you say he made a mistake? Because the substantive motion is if the member is a member of the parliament, of the house.
No. Mr. Speaker.
Under what standing order? Under what standing order?
I may not give you because I don't have the standing orders in my hands, but I can tell you, Mr. Speaker, that you cannot discuss even someone who is not a member of this house, who does not have a right to respond adversely without without proper
Honorable
yes.
Honorable
No, not Otieno Kajwang. This is TJ Kajwang from Ruaraka. I know that you served with Otieno Kajwang.
That was my brother, and we served together in Parliament,
your
and very close,
and
my age mate, yes, yes.
But yeah, so the clerk at table is helping you with that standing order, but
no, it's not helping you, it's helping you. Well, it's not helping me, it's helping you.
Well, he's raising it, and I know that you cannot discuss a person who does not have a right to respond in this house in an adverse manner without giving a proper
order. The people, honorable members, the personalities or the offices that you cannot discuss without a substantive motion here are clearly spelled out in the standing orders. And unless those provisions have changed for the period I was out of this house, I don't think what you're saying is correct. But in the meantime, while the clerk is assisting you, or if I'm wrong, me, then let him continue with his contribution. Proceed, Ichungwa. Order.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for protecting me from the Honorable TJ. And as he is very unsettled, I don't know why he gets very unsettled when we discuss.
Proceed.
Honorable Speaker, I said it is my person who was perturbed, and I'm certain very many other Kenyans who honor and who respect our police officers. And it doesn't matter, Honorable Speaker, that's what I was saying. Whether I am a member of parliament, whether you are a president, whether you are a governor, those officers also serve you. And therefore, it behoves on all of us as leaders to set an example to the people that we lead.
The Honorable Majority Leader, I have put that to rest, and I've said, your private matter is what cannot be discussed. Your public conduct can be discussed by this house unless you are a member of the house or other officers, a head of state from another country, and all of them are there in standing orders. So you go through the standing orders and get ourselves acquainted. So you have no problem in discussing the public conduct of anybody who is not a member of this house and who does not fit any of the provisions in the standing order.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for that guidance, and it is indeed true. That's why I was wondering why my brother was getting very jittery, because these are things that are in the public domain, Honorable Speaker. And it is true, I saw the former president act in a manner I have never seen any other former head of state and former commander-in-chief of the armed forces and our disciplined forces, including the police, conduct himself in such a manner, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, that's what I was saying. We must, as leaders, because tomorrow the Honorable TJ Kajwang could be our next president, who knows, in 2032. And we will expect that when he also retires from office, he will act with the dignity that he carried when he was in office. He will respect the officers who were under his command, whether he's in office or out of office. And that's what I was saying, even ourselves as members of parliament, the fact that we are now here approving the appointment of a commissioner to the National Police Service Commission, we must lead from the forefront, Honorable Speaker, in honoring the officers who will be served by this commission. So that, Honorable Speaker, we are certain that this commission also serves.
What's your point of order, Honorable Kajwang?
You know, I know